You really thought it was over, didn't you, Irish, huh? Like I said, you will never get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship as long as there's air in my lungs.
I'm hearing from you the sad, soft, egotistical, crybaby, baby back bitch story. You may be the owner of this company, but I think power's gone a little bit to your head.
Everyone else has done to make it to where DWE would shine bigger and better than ever. But of course, you constantly be a one neglecting factor, and it sickens me.
You can't not just sit back and not have the spotlight on you. You had the chance at SummerSlam, and what happened? You threw everything you had.
Credit, you never were one of those guys that wanted to try and take me for anything. And don't try and say some sob story, because all it is me saying the fucking truth.
We will stand. We will fight. We can't stop till we die. Hope will be torn. Whose side are you fighting for? This is a war.
You got what you deserved, and it looked like I was ready to continue to beat down and end your career for good. But then JB, of all people, wanted to try and get involved in my business.
DJ, you know, I saw the video you put out, and all I gotta say is you're this butthurt about someone not shaking your hand.
And of course, you always want to try and do what's best for this company instead of thinking about yourself. I knew some chicanery is going to happen like this, so that's the reason why I hired my insurance policy. And his name is Eddie Ortin, and he gave you the EKO and putt kick of a lifetime. But as for you, JB, for crossing the line and attacking me, attacking the owner, attacking the man that pays your goddamn bills, I hereby suspend you indefinitely.
This man wants to call me dangerous. He wants to call me a liability. Beat a man half to death in front of his family, his wife and kids.
Aww, is JB bitching and moaning because of the fact that I suspended him at Bound for Glory for doing what was right for this company? It's crazy because I gave you an opportunity to become World Heavyweight Champion last week when you faced DTG in an absolute banger. You were in that ring for almost 18 minutes and you worked your ass off to get that spot after I fired you last year. And I gave you a second chance because all you kept doing to me the first time you were here was just disappoint me with the constant amount of losses you had. But I gave you one last chance, gave you one golden ticket, try and prove me wrong, and you did just that. You became Intercontinental Champion and you became Hardcore Champion, and for once in your career, it seemed like you only focused on yourself and not focused on anyone else around you.
Corruption becomes law, rebellion becomes duty.
What happened at Bound for Glory where me, Drequan, and JB took on the Fallen and defeated them until the unfortunate news had happened. And I tried to pull away JB to not get involved and not try to do anything that he's going to regret and do something stupid. So I issued the challenge on social media to the DWE General Manager, DJ. And if he does or does not accept, the floor is his.
You want to stick up to JB and say what he did was right, but then you tell JB that you wanted him to stay in the back because I was whooping Irish Outlaw's ass because he had it coming for a long ass fucking time. You just don't understand it, JB. You just don't get it. You could have avoided all of this if you just stayed in the back like Morrison Moore, your best friend who you love so dearly, told you to do. But as for you, Morrison Moore, I'm not gonna fire you. I'm not gonna suspend you. Because unlike JB, you don't disappoint me. You're just starting to become an irritating nerve. But since you want to challenge me and Eddie to a match Survivor Series, I'm still thinking about that offer, but I'm gonna give you half of it. Next week on Conquest, you will face Eddie Ortin for the Revolution Championship. I know you will give your absolute best, because that's what you do, right? You're a golden seeker. Prove that you can do it.
Lies will burden the soul and pull it into the deep. Everything that we know will be just This is a war, and our blood will draw the battle lines. This is a war, and our blood will draw the battle lines. We will stand.
DJ, you thought this was over? How about your team versus my team in Wargames?
Irish Outlaw, if there's one thing I've known about you for the past 4 years, it's that I should never underestimate you.
And someone will pay for this. And that someone is Irish Outlaw.
Because now not only am I locked in a never-ending war with a man with a giant egotistical problem and cries like a wee little baby, but now I'm being targeted by a man who wants to blame all his failures on me.
Psycho Sin, I find it quite cute. I find it quite adorable that the moment DJ gives you a little nibble, a little taste of his fucking nutsack, all of a sudden you want to become his little puppy, little ass, bitch ass dog and do his little bitch work and everything, because you know that's the only way you'll ever become successful in this company at this point, besides the whining and complaining like he does.
And I thought the plan was simple. To take him out of DWE and prove to everyone that losers and disappointers don't belong here. Drequan and Morrison Moore came up with a plan before the event even started, and it was to take all 4 of us out when our backs were turned. Not only that, after you curb stomped me and there was bells ringing in my ears, in my other ear, I heard you say that you want to challenge us inside Wargames at Survivor Series. You really want to step inside that cage again? Did you not learn your lesson at Bound for Glory, where I whooped your ass in front of your family inside Hell in a Cell? Do you really want to try and suffer through that again?
See, DJ wants to go around talking about my wife, how he found pleasure in beating me in front of my wife and my kids and all this. But you know something? Since you want to be a crybaby too, Psycho Sin, how about I take you in the middle of that ring and I step on your damn neck and I stomp it into the mat.
Irish Outlaw has been a thorn on everybody else's side. It's always Irish this, Irish that, Irish this, Irish that. But it's never Psycho Sin given the attention. DJ and the rest of those monkey bunch that you call a faction have been, a little bit worse for wear. You have these guys on leashes because they want to follow the rules because you can get them all the way to the top.
But you know what's even more funny? It's the fact that there are people who are actually standing by your side. Now, yes, Drequan, that's understandable because he's been deemed as a mentor to you. But myself can be brought in that category because when I was first brought into this community, the one person who gave me respect, the one person who gave me a handshake, unlike you, was actually Drequan.
I can't stand DJ. Never have, never will. Lovely protege Irish Outlaw have tried to show him the ways on many occasions.
It's generally hilarious how you tell me, despite everything that we've been through, and despite the fact that you said that Irish Outlaw was your mentor, that you didn't help me along the way either, it was so good that you decided, let's team up and let's try and take down Zach Storm and Irish Outlaw for the tag team titles.
Yeah, what stung me, what hurt me, and what basically bit at my pride is when you took my international championship.
For every fucking thing I did for him, because I showed him the ropes when he came in to this type of business.
The first thing you did was try and have your little ONS bitch boys try and assault me, try and target me, and try and make me feel like I had no chance of even surviving here. But even with your planned foiling of you trying to point a gun at me and shooting me, the one thing I can say is that after a little fight in your house is that it felt good to beat the shit out of your wife.
Side by side with them, it's all about causing pain to people.
And under the stovetop all my career, so I can handle this fire. Not more disappointing that Psycho Sin went from having a spine to being DJ's little blob bitch.
Psycho Sin, Red Arrow, and Eddie Ortin all have to torture you limb by limb. You're dealing with one of the best television champions, the first person to hold both world titles in Red Arrow, and the longest reigning DWE World Heavyweight Champion. So you saying that we don't have the star power is truly idiotic. Just remember, You brought yourself into this mess, and I'm the one who's cleaning it up for you.
Hope will be torn. Whose side are you fighting for?
No matter what happens, let the games begin.
This is a war.